Welcome to the Bullring, presented by Turn 1 High Performance Steering. Look for this logo, dial up turn1steering.com. Great products for your race vehicle and your street machine. On today's show, we have Rex Wheeler joining us. Owns and operates Owasso Speedway. That short track has a lot going on, and there's a big race coming up. We'll preview it. It's Wednesday night, August 20th. It'll be on Track TV live. It's the Michigan 300 for the Appalachian Sucker Punch, ASA Stars National Tour, going to a midweek show in Michigan. We also have a driver that's coming off a huge victory in the ASA Midwest Tour, Luke Fenhaus. Fenhaus has won just his second race in the series, but a signature win, 15 grand, he pocketed by winning the Gander Auto Group 250 at Wisconsin International Raceway in his home state. And we begin with Anthony Bello and his charge to a 100-lap race victory in Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway, a Pro Late Model 100-lapper. It was a wild one. Anthony Bello in the Red 51 started deep in the field. Let's take a look at the highlights of the final rundown of the green white checker finish at Nashville.
Through 3 and 4. It is in the hands of Hunter Wright. He'll fire off first. Watch him in that start zone. We're back underway. Green-white checker coming up.
Advantage 29. That's into turns 1 and 2. Anthony Bello up the track. Does he get to the quarter panel? He will, but Wright gets to shut the door.
Wright leaves him just enough room. Bello fighting hard on the outside. Coble wanting to get in the mix as they come down to the white flag. Bello is there.
Anthony Bello underneath the turns 1 and 2. Moves Hunter Wright up the racetrack. Can he clear off turn 2? Can't get it done. There's going to be a race to the checkered flag at Nashville in 2025. Anthony Bello becomes a first-time winner in Middle Tennessee.
How about that? Bello biding his time, taking advantage of others' misfortune, and he comes away with his first victory here in a Fenhaus Motorsports prepared car. Congratulations to Anthony Bello. Hunter Wright hangs on for second. Davey Coble with a great run there in third. Aiden Potter able to finish fourth, and Michael Bolden, your top 5.
Wow.
And Anthony Bello now joining us here on the Bullring. Anthony, what a big win it was at Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway against some of the best weekly short track races in the country. How'd you get it done?
Man, that one was a nail biter at the end, with the last lap passed. And, we didn't have our best qualifying effort. We qualified 8th. But, we kept our heads high and we knew that we'd be there at the end. So, was real patient, came through the field, had that halfway caution at lap 50, and put ourselves, I believe we restarted 7th, and put ourselves in position, got into 4th pretty quickly, and then we had that late race caution with 2 to go, and that lined us back up 3rd, had another restart, and got in the 2nd, they wrecked behind us, and then that last restart was just me and the 29, and I would have liked to get a little bit better restart, but it was still pretty good to maintain and keep the 29 in tow, and I just came off of turn 4. I knew I would have had the big momentum coming off the hill, coming down the finish line to take the white. So I crossed the 29 over. I got to his inside and, went through turn 1 and 2, caught a good run off of turn 2, dragged it down to the backstretch and shot it into turn 3, cleared myself and shot it right to the flag stand and won the thing. So that was that finish was awesome. It was probably more awesome sitting in the stands there.
And Hunter Wright was the driver you were racing hard for that win. Hunter has been a perennial favorite in the Pro Late Models at Nashville. Perennial favorite when he races in Pensacola Five Flag Speedway, whether it be the Pro Late Models or during the Snowflake. And you've got something else that a tour-type modified driver like Connecticut, not a lot of you guys have, and that's Dylan Fenhaus and his family team. You worked with Dylan a little bit last year, and he is also one of the Nashville studs when it comes to Pro Late Models. How important was it knowing how good that Red 51 was, knowing how involved Dylan has been with you racing that Pro Late Model?
Yeah, so Dylan and his father Scott have been such a big help, to be a part of a great team like that and a great organization is really key to winning these races and performing well. So we got with them at the end of we did the Snowflake obviously in Pensacola of last year, and from then on, we became really good friends and really good partners, and they've just been tremendous. Behind the wheel, Dylan's he's phenomenal. He's won a lot of pro races, and he knows how to get it done, especially at a place like Nashville. So it's just really good to have him right there next to me. If I got to bounce a question off him, or if I even got to walk the track with him, it's just really good to have those people in my corner, for sure.
And Anthony, it comes a lot with performance, talking and looking through what you've done already in your short racing career, racing in the World Series of Asphalt Stock Car Racing in a Pro Late model, and a Tour Type Modified, and a Super Late model year upon year for the last handful of years. That takes a lot of effort. When it comes to those operations and opportunities, has that been with a family team, or are you working with others as well as you kind of get what opportunities are available to you to race at these big races?
Yeah, so we, on the modified side, I've raced for a handful of people. We also had my family car too that I raced a whole bunch, a place like Stafford Speedway, Thompson Motorsports Park. And, I've been racing a modified since I was 14. I'm 19 years old now. So, but it's been a really good career as far as, modified wise. We have SK wins at Stafford Motor Speedway. I'm the Rookie of the Year there in 2022. We've had some really strong Tour Type Modified finishes. Have a pole at New Smyrna during the Speed Weeks in 2023. So that was a really big moment. But I've worked with a handful of teams, and I'm glad to drive for every single one of them. And it just made me better behind the wheel.
Yeah, just your second start this year in Nashville, but also it's a different approach for you because last year you raced full-time for the Smart Modified Tour Championship, and then at the end of the year started work with the Fenhaus at Pensacola's Five Flag Speedway. As these things progress, are you racing for points anywhere, or are you just going for opportunities to win like you did on Saturday night at Nashville?
Yeah, so right now we're not points racing, taking the opportunity by opportunity as the year goes on. Just really focus on finishing well. Points racing, that might be something that next year or in the later years that we'll start running more consistent series. But for now, like running Nashville, coming to the track once in a while is very good for me.
And getting these opportunities, Anthony, I'm guessing when you get a chance to race at Nashville, I'm guessing if a Tour Type Modified owner calls, you're going to pick up that phone call, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. As long as it's quality, then yeah, I'll say yes every single time. But we're trying to focus on from here on out, like on a very quality stuff with quality people like the Fenhaus crew. They're top-notch operations. That's why we're on the seat with them, and we're doing all these deals with them, just like this past week in Nashville.
What's left on the Anthony Bello calendar in 2025?
So the next race is going to be at the end of September in Pensacola. We're going to go do a race there, and then I believe we come back to Nashville at the start of November, and then it's right to Snowflake. It's right to Snowball Derby. We're going to try it again this year. We had a poor qualifying last year, but we qualified in through the last chance and came up through the field, and unfortunately got caught up in a little bit of an incident, which gave us a subpar finish. But we want redemption to come back again and try it again. Especially with the more experience I have under my belt, we're going to perform very well, for sure.
Yeah, I got a chance to cover the Snowflake and the Snowball, including the practice sessions, and you guys were not at all taking a break and saying, we got what we got. You guys were working at it the entire time. How involved are you when it comes to setups, no matter what car you drive? How involved do you say, I need to have it feeling like this, or these are the shocks I want? How in-depth is your skill set when it comes to working with teams and performing like you did on Saturday, or when you get a chance to race a tour-type modified?
Well, communication's key, and no matter what you drive, from the modified to the late models. So, no, I'm very in depth of how I feel and what I want, and they try their hardest to adapt to me and bring the car to my liking. So then we can show better on the racetrack. All this practice is like when we showed up at Pensacola last year. There was so much practice, and that's just something that I'm not used to. Up north, running the modifieds and all that, you have a round or two of practice, and that could be 8-10 laps, and that's all you get. So for me to practice like that over and over for a few days leading up to the race, in my opinion, was very key. It helped me a bunch. Get a feel for the car, especially because I haven't been in the car ever before with the Snowflake.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah.
that actually was my first race. That was my first time sitting in the car, was there at the Derby. So it was cool. Stuff happened fast, but we adapted quickly. It took a little while, but we got right in the seat, got comfortable, and I got some speed. So,
Anthony, just yesterday, NASCAR released the top 40 modern-era NASCAR modified tour drivers of all time. Another modified driver from Connecticut by the name of Ryan Preece is on that list. He's currently driving the NASCAR Cup Series. Are you following Ryan's path? Do you want to exceed that path? What are your thoughts about Ryan Preece and how much he may be an inspiration to you racing through the modifieds up into the NASCAR Cup Series?
Yeah, so Ryan Preece is a driver that I've looked up to for many, many years and followed him through the modified ranks. And he's a very good modified driver. He has won a bunch of races. I've seen him win at Thompson a handful of times, Rain, Connecticut, and Stafford Motor Speedway too. So I've seen him win at Loudon, New Hampshire. His path was very unique because he wasn't very young getting in. He was mid-20s, I'd have to say, when he first got his first opportunity, and then it transpired into him going in the Xfinity Series with Joe Gibbs, and that is 100% a path that I'm looking to do for sure. Trying to mimic that, but kind of have my own way of doing it. It might not be exactly like that, but that's where he's at now is definitely a goal of mine for sure.
With that in mind, at just age 19, Anthony, what have you committed to doing to get the opportunity, to get the look, to be where people can see you?
So, from what I have understood is where it's all happening is where you got to be. So I moved from Connecticut and I moved to Mooresville, North Carolina to pursue this racing dream of mine. And it's worked out really good so far. But you got to be where it's happening, and that's so key. You're only a few minute drive from a lot of cup shops down here, and a lot of truck teams too, and a lot of manufacturers that deal with NASCAR as a whole. So just to be in the realm down here, it's perfect. It's where I've wanted to be for a few years now. So
great to know you've made that commitment. That's a big time deal. Where will we see you for sure race next, Anthony?
So next, we are gonna go up north. Actually, I'm actually leaving tomorrow morning, and we're gonna go do a SK modified race with my car owner, Timmy Jordan, at the New London Waterford Speed Bowl. Just something fun just to do. I got a few weeks off here, so just keep me behind the wheel, keep me in the race car. That's so key when you take a long break that's more than 2 or 3 weeks, like it shows you get back into the race car, and it takes you that little bit extra time to get going. But yes, so that's next, and then I actually got some modified races.
All right,
back to back here. We got the Smart Modified Tour at Caraway, September 6th, and then another Smart Modified Tour race September 13th, and then we get back in the late models after that. So
that's a lot of racing coming up. I'm looking forward to seeing it and following along. And for those who are watching our show, where can we follow along with you on socials?
Yeah, so our Facebook is very big, Bello Motorsports. That's definitely a place that is very good to find news about me, where we're racing, what we're doing. Instagram at Bello Motorsports too. That's also a great platform to follow us on. So those 2 platforms are the main ones. So if you guys can go and follow that and drop a like there, that would be fantastic. That'd be awesome.
Hey, it's been really fun having you on our show. We wish you the best of luck. Congrats on the recent success, and more to come with all the great racing you have coming up on some Bullrings across America, man. Thanks a lot for your time tonight.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Still to come on the Bullring, Owasso Speedway owner Rex Wheeler and NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series driver and short track winner Luke Fenhaus, who just bagged $15,000 by winning the most recent ASA Midwest Tour race in Kaukauna, Wisconsin. The Bullring is presented by Turn 1 High Performance Power Steering Products. With over 40 years of racing knowledge in NASCAR, for your Corvette, street car, or super late model, check out their superior steering products with the best components and the best industry upgrades, all with a proven track record and attention to detail. Visit turn1steering.com.
They said I wouldn't make it without a college degree.
They said only a man could be a roofing executive.
They said a former addict always relapses.
They said my amputation would keep me out of roofing.
They said never give an ex-convict a second chance.
They said I could never be a leader.
They said I couldn't support my family as a single mom.
At Rackley, we say they're wrong.
Want to change the world? Change it, one roof at a time.
We're the leader in race fuels. We've been doing this since in the 60s. We use our distillation tower, which is unique. No other race fuel companies do that in the world. We also test every single batch that goes out the door on over 15 different parameters that ensure the tune-up will be identical. That consistency in the marketplace that makes us a premium brand.
Make the same stuff every time. We're pretty darn close to perfect.
Welcome back to the Bullring, presented by Turn 1 High Performance Steering. As we close in on this coming Wednesday's big return of the Appalachia Sucker Punch ASA Stars National Tour to Owasso Speedway in Michigan, let's take the clock back 1 year to a huge race at the first ever visit of the series to Owasso Speedway. The 2024 ASA Stars shine brightly with a NASCAR star winning it all 1 year ago. Let's take a look at the highlights.
Round number 7 of the ASA Stars National Tour for the Michigan 200, presented by Pure Michigan. The pace car has made its way to the safety of pit lane through turns 3 and 4. Casey Roderick, Kyle Steckley bring the field down. The Michigan 200 is underway. We saw Chase Pinsino catch a piece of the concrete, come in complete lap number 1, Adam.
Good side-by-side action again. We saw it a little further back in our top 5 earlier with Chandler Smith and Austin Nason. Now we see it for the lead. Roderick leads again, but now he tries to cross over in turn 2. Steckley out front, and he leads his first official lap, the winner of the Redbud 400 out front.
Here comes Smith for second.
Chandler Smith to the second position. Roderick drops back to third. Kyle Steckley wins stage 1, 10 bonus points because everybody makes that left turn onto pit road. Chandler Smith in the 22 staying out.
Chandler Smith runs Steckley up the hill a little bit on the restart. Green flag is out. We're racing again here at Owasso. All the whoa! Turn 4, watch out. Evan Shotko is around here. Chandler Smith is the control car. Austin Nason got a really good restart.
Was it too good, though? That's going to be the question. As here comes Chandler Smith back to the inside for the lead battle going down into turn 3.
And now, finally, Austin Nason clears Chandler Smith for the race lead. Steckley thought about sticking his nose up there. Smith said, not so fast, bud.
I think Chandler Smith might be able to get him this time. He can drive it off a little deeper into 3. He can clear the 14 at Nason. Will Nason go back after him? He sure will. Lays the bumper to him. Austin Nason to the inside. Smith holds him off.
Caution on the speedway as we are closing in on what would be the stage break on lap number 150. And that would be the reason Michael Simcoe and Jonathan Nee right behind Billy Van Meter. And Simcoe
kind of center off a little bit there.
Yeah.
Chandler Smith wins stage 2, $1,000 bonus. He still has the original tires on that car. If he had enough fuel in there, he might stay out and do the final 55.
But he is going to come to pit lane, as will, we expect, everybody else. Green flag is out. This time Nason was ready for it. Neck and neck across the line. Chandler Smith has his hands full with Austin Nason.
Again up the track a little bit, half a groove off the bottom, and now Nason will drop back to the inside. There's contact. Up the track goes Smith. Nason goes into the lead. Steckley will come along. Roderick is there as well. For the lead with 40 laps to go, Chandler Smith will race by Austin Nason, but not quite yet. Nason stays out there, tries to use that outside lane momentum, drops at the line. Nason going to get him again and move him up the track again.
New leader on lap number 161, but that may change once more. Nason is committed to try to win this race, it appears, at all costs. Again, the crossover. Smith back to the bottom with 38 to go. Nason backs off, turns left and tries to get under him. And off of turn number 4, Chandler Smith will win the inaugural Michigan 200 here at the Owasso Speedway.
Now he's climbing out of the automobile, picking up that Michigan 200, Chandler Smith.
Yeah, I mean, hats off to all the Wilson Motorsports guys and gals. They've been busting their butt, obviously, on this program. It's been 2+ years since I've been in one of these cars, and really grateful Donnie thought to call me up to be a Giro Ruggiero this weekend, so hopefully I filled his shoes appropriately, and wish him the best of luck over in Milwaukee. But yeah, Dennis Dean, Bonsus, Donnie Wilson, everybody at Wilson Motorsports put together a really fast Toyota Camry, and it showed today.
Welcome back to the Bullring. We can't tell you how excited we are that the Appalachian Sucker Punch ASA Stars National Tour heads to Owasso Speedway in Michigan. A return. We just saw last year's highlights, Rex. This year, I'm guessing, it'll be a little bit bigger, a little bit better. And man, I can't wait to see more NASCAR guys racing at your palace. How excited are you for the Owasso Speedway hosting the race on August 20th?
Well, I tell you, Jim, I'm super excited. And as exciting as that race was a year ago, now we got 100 more laps this year. And it's looking like maybe somewhere in the 70s under 80 degrees. Boy, is that exciting.
Boy, I tell you what, when you have drivers like Chandler Smith coming to your racetrack and winning, people go, oh, where did he just win from? Now we've got 3 NASCAR full-time Cup drivers coming to the racetrack, including 2 Michigan drivers, Carson Hocevar, Noah Gragson from Las Vegas, and of course that guy that knows a few things about racing around Michigan, Eric Jones. They're racing in the race, not just hanging out for autographs. That's got to make those phones ring a little bit more often, too, at the Speedway, I'm guessing.
Oh, yeah, the buzz is just absolutely crazy. Phones are ringing. People are buying tickets. We're super excited to have this type of racing with the ASA Michigan 300 coming to Owasso. It's definitely the highlight of our season.
You're going to run super stocks there as well, so we get a taste of the weekly racing. But the schedule, Rex, unbelievable what you have racing there. Just coming off the big Hot Shoe 100. My goodness, there's a lot of racing, a lot of late models racing at Owasso. That's where it should be, right?
Absolutely, yeah. We're just packed full with this season. Great racing. We're just having a ball.
When it comes to racing, I do want to point out that recently Chad Finley came from 11th to win a 100-lap late model race. So it's a matter of that racetrack is getting pretty racy. Not just you got to start up front to stay there. He came from 11th to win that one.
Oh, absolutely. Chad got sent to the back, and he got sent to the back on top of that, and he worked his way back to the front. So, this is our third season on that new race surface, and it's coming in. We're starting to get a lot guys getting to that middle higher groove and making it really good for the fans.
A lot of great racing. I also want to talk about the facility right now. You're spending a lot of time, a lot of dollars making that a show palace. Not only just the infield structure, but now you've expanded where the fans are going to have a lot more great amenities. What's all going on this year in your plan as you build forward?
Well, Jim, we're in phase 2 of 8 of construction. So by the time we get into our 26th season, we will complete phase 2. And each phase is taking about a year or 14 months to do. So we got a lot of work yet to do, but absolutely it's really brought some great racing. We can see 11,000 fans now, and we're really excited next week with this race coming in of how many people we can pack in that place.
And you put new pilings in for more grandstands. So you're actually not just saying, let's buy more. You're actually creating more opportunity for fans to get a better perspective on the straightaways. I'm guessing there's some suites that are going up. I mean, this is serious stuff here. I'm hoping that fans can really get a chance to be there in person. How can we get tickets at Owasso Speedway to attend? Is it online?
They are. WassoSpeedway.com. Very reasonable, Jim. $15 for an adult to come, and there is not a bad seat in that house. You could sit in the bottom row and get a great view of that racetrack.
If you couldn't tell on the Bullring here, Rex is a little bit passionate about what he gets to do and work at Owasso Speedway. What brought you to the opportunity to say, I want to not only run the place, I want to own the place and make it a beautiful palace?
Well, Jim, I tell people I don't hunt, I don't fish, and I'm sure no good at golf. So I always found myself when I wasn't at work at a racetrack and been all over the country at racetracks, dirt and asphalt. So I just had an opportunity to buy Owasso, and our goal is the nicest, safest short track in America. And races like this ASA, with bringing these NASCAR guys to town, it's proven to our fans we mean business.
And there's opportunities for fans to now say, okay, Cole Butcher, I'd heard of the name. He's now going to be racing in the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series at Bristol after this race. So now people may be going backwards saying, where does he race? Where is he coming from? This is where those stars are racing now. Luke Fenhaus, we just had on our show. He's a guy. He's on our show today. He's racing in the Truck Series and also racing in the Midwest Tour and races Super Late Model. So this is really kind of another way to showcase the series and your racetrack. How much does that play into the idea that you can help promote the idea that the ASA Stars is a platinum series of drivers that are coming, you can promote them and really make it a bigger deal?
Well, it means a ton. And, when you think about who we watch on Sunday in NASCAR, I mean, most of them started a short track somewhere. So we're really excited about our future. Look at 13-year-old Keelan Harvick just performed at our track, ended up finishing second after 200 laps in the Master of the Pros 200. So just think about our future, and everybody's going to get to come through our gates to put on a show for our fans. So we're just super excited. And, in Michigan, we only got 5 months to race, and that don't hurt my feelings. That gives me 7 months to go goof around the country and look at other racetracks.
But you do more than that. I saw you last year at the All-American 400 with the ASA Stars National Tour. You guys brought some safety equipment with you, led it up Owasso Speedway, but more importantly, you were there to help that race continue on if there's any weather concerns. How important is that for you to have that not only for your track, but now able to help others and build those relationships and be a cause and an effect of really good racing no matter where you go?
Well, there's no better series than to go around and lend a hand to the ASA group. So we did that for them at Winchester and Nashville last year, and they know we're just a phone call away if they need us, and we're having a ball.
When it comes to your phone, I'm guessing it doesn't stop ringing. Not only have you had great racing, but people want to race at your racetrack. How important is it to get the schedule done now already for 2026 as you're talking about phase 2 still continuing in the construction side of things?
Yeah, we're already working on the 26 schedule. We're looking for NASCAR to release their schedule because we definitely intend to put on one of these weekday shows during the week once a month in June, July, and August, because it allows these NASCAR guys to come join some great short track racing. And I'm getting texts from NASCAR drivers that hasn't even been to our track yet saying, count me in for 2026. It's pretty exciting.
And count me in for being one of the most excited people on the planet going to Owasso Speedway. What should fans expect when they go roll through the gates? What kind of food we have going on there? What kind of amenities we're looking at? Do we need to buy a ticket ahead of time? Of course we do. But, I mean, can we get a suite if we want to buy a pack for 20 friends to hang out with us?
Well, not quite yet, Jim, but it's all coming. The suites ain't done yet, but I'll mark this. It's very important. The best ice cream at any racetrack in America. We have soft serve ice cream at Owasso Speedway, chocolate, vanilla, and twist, and the fans just rave about it. It's pretty cool. It's the longest line in the place is to get some of that great ice cream.
Signature events at premier short track races. That's what the Appalachian ASA Stars National Tour has done. Appalachian Sucker Punch coming on as a title sponsor this year. That continues to build. The Michigan 300 comes your way this coming Wednesday. It's on Track TV, but man, you got to be there in person. I cannot wait to get there. And Rex, I'm looking forward to great weather and a great time at a show place, the Michigan Short Track Show Palace, Owasso Speedway. Thanks for your time on the Bullring. I know you're a busy guy. Really appreciate you taking some time out with us today.
Jim, thanks for having me on. Appreciate it.
Another reminder, the next Appalachian Sucker Punch ASA Stars National Tour race is the Michigan 300. Coming up this Wednesday night, August 20th, live on Track TV. You're watching the Bullring presented by Turn 1 High Performance Steering on Racing America and Track TV. We'll be right back.
Better than a bootlegger. Way better than a bootlegger. Pretty good. Very blueberry. Highly recommend this to anybody out there. It's pretty good. 10 out of 10 right there.
I think it's delicious. I had the peach, I had the grape at Five Flags. Trying the pina colada right now. Feels like I'm on the beach somewhere.
Calling all race fans. We have launched a new travel site where the race fans can enjoy free savings and upgrades on all of their travel needs. RacerTravel.com is free to join and unlocks unpublished bookings and rates for our racing community. Up to 50% off on more than 1 million rooms across the U.S. and Canada with unpublished discounts on hotel bookings. Unlock a hidden selection of hotels and rates that cater to your travel preferences. Whether you're heading out to the track as a competitor, fan, or anything in between, use Racer Travel for all your race, business, and vacation travel needs.
Nortec Equipment are committed to helping you empower your landscape projects with our line of soil processors for tractors, skid steers, and mini skids. Based out of Wausau, Wisconsin, Nortec Equipment products are proudly made in the USA. Our products deliver expertly engineered equipment at competitive prices that are tailored to meet the diverse needs of the turf, landscape, construction, and agricultural industry. Give us a call today at 715-393-4458. Nortec Equipment are proud sponsors of Frederickson Racing.
The ARCA Menard Series is back at Madison International Speedway for the Badger 200. Friday night, August 22nd. See the Madison late models at 6. Meet the stars during autographs at 7. Then it's the green flag for 200 laps of ARCA Menard Series action at 8 p.m. Save big money at Menards on discounted ARCA tickets. Or for more info and to purchase online, visit misracing.com. Friday, August 22nd. The Badger 200, only at Madison International Speedway.
Welcome back to the Bullring. I'm Jim Tretow. I had the pleasure to call what was the longest race in Wisconsin this year on the short tracks, the Gander Auto Group 250 ASA Midwest Tour race. Let's check out the highlights before we talk to the race winner.
Getting ready to go 250 laps at Wisconsin International Raceway, green flag, and we're racing at Kaukauna. Ty Frederickson uses the outside lane off of corner number 2. He'll forge to the front, and right away, Penn Sauter will go to work on Andy Monday.
Former winner of this race is big puff of smoke on the Hogan Farms 5 for Casey Johnson.
No. Your championship point leader, the 3-time, oh, that is not good. Caution is out. This is the competition caution that we were talking about.
We got 2 of the champs coming down pit road.
We got a couple of heavyweights coming down pit road. Ty Frederickson stays out, Penn Sauter stays out, and Paulie Schaefer stays out.
All right, guys, just a quick update as to what's going on down here. Just a lot of fuel right now. Everybody's just trying to stretch this thing out a little bit further.
A 15-year-old Penn Sauter, a 16-year-old and a 15-year-old bringing us down to green in a Wisconsin signature race. Back to racing at Wisconsin International Raceway. Lap 132 being recorded. A crash in turn number 2. Brings us out our first caution. Joe Valento.
And here comes drivers down pit lane. Pits are going to get busy once again. Penn Sauter, Austin Nason, Luke Fenhaus, Paulie Schaefer, Gabe Summers. Fredrickson, control car as the race leader outside row number 1 off of green, off of turn number 4. We are back to green. Whoa, they fan out behind him. Morrissey down to the bottom, 3 wide up in corner number 1.
He wants to get that position right now on Dalton's ear, willing to pay that price of going to the inside, and the black 39 is gone.
Battle for the lead. Ty Majeski to the inside of Derek Kraus. They're up in corner number 3. Will Majeski lead? He will. Our 3rd race leader. It's Ty Majeski at lap 175.
To Fenn with caution on the racetrack. Spin up at turn number 2. It's Andrew Morrissey.
They're going to pack that 91 full of fuel again. All of the leaders are in. Stenjum, Majeski, Bondyke, Vandergeest, DeAngelis, Ty Fredrickson.
Green flag back underway. Summers with a better jump. In the white number 15, better right side Hoosier tires. That Meristem Ag number 15 down the backstretch has a slight advantage on the NASCAR Cup Series star.
And they're side by side behind them.
And now NASCAR racers.
This is why you come in and get tires.
Spin by Majeski amongst others.
Joe Valento stops at the start-finish line. I believe he may have tapped out. We are back to green. Great start, restart by Luke Fenhaus down on the bottom. But Gabe's going to get a good run off the top. Will maintain the advantage.
Wimmer moved back home to Wisconsin.
The 91 sideways off of corner number 4. These drivers. Oh! Contact! Fredrickson and Majeski go around in turn 1.
Yeah, I was just playing defense. Once the 30 spun me, and I smoked my tires pretty good, trying to stay off of everybody and off the wall, and the car just wasn't the same after that. Yeah, 36 just, I haven't seen a replay, but I felt like I gave him a lot of room. I felt like I was pretty high up, and I guess he wanted a little bit more room, so.
Off of corner number 4, we are back to green. Whoa! Whoa! Summers spun the tires in the 15.
Fenhaus stayed on the gas, made a progressive move forward. Beat the race restart leader through the zone, but I think you were right, Dean. He called it a slip of the tires there for Summers.
Whoa, but Fenhaus is sideways. Opens the door for Cave.
That could change the complexion one more time here in Kaukauna.
Gabe Summers going to try it again on the bottom. He'll run Fenhaus up the hill in turn 1 and 2, but Luke with a great run up the back straightaway.
Schaefer's car slowed but continued. At the back of the field, we continue to focus now forward. On the lead. Who's going to win this one? Up at turn 4. The drag race to the line belongs to Summers this time.
Gabe Summers retakes the lead. 10 to go. And Austin Nason is right there with a front row seat to this battle.
Nason may have something to say about this yet. These guys are playing the game, and Nason's got a fast car. He's going to look for an opening. Any kind of opening. He may make his own opening there in the 3rd spot. Nudges the back bumper, the white number 15 of Summers.
So close the last couple of years. The fans are on their feet, pumping their fists. Luke Fenhaus wins the Gantrude Auto Group 250.
It's Luke Fenhaus. Awesome. Yeah, back on top. It just took a while all year long to get a good car, and we struggled today even. I didn't think we honestly had the best race car. The 15 was really good at the end, and I could pace him for a little bit. It was faster at times. He was quicker at times. We just went back and forth. So I knew right away as soon as that yellow flew halfway through that it was going to be a track position game. We were all stuck. It was Penn and Ty, and a bunch of us were stuck in line for a long time. And, I knew track position was going to be huge right away, and that was the name of the game.
And we're now joined by the winner of the Gantrude Auto Group 250 Midwest Tour race. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the Bullring, Luke Fenhaus. What a big win.
Yeah, huge win for us. And thank you guys for having me on. It's a pleasure. It's been quite the week now. Tuesday night was such a good night. We had a really good race car. Just couldn't make up the track position we needed early on in the race. And such a long race too. Equipment wise, it's long. Longevity. You need brakes, you need your motor, you need suspension to all work for the entire race. So, yeah, great race to check off the box, and I've been waiting on that one for a long time now.
It's your second Midwest Tour win, but I really think it came down to a signature win, yet another signature win for Luke Fenhaus. You won the Slinger Nationals in 2021. Midwest Tour, you raced the second in points. You've raced this race before. But this being a long duration event, that longevity, man, that speed was there all night. How did you guys figure out in the daytime what that car was going to fire up and do in the nighttime with just 2 tires to change over 250 laps on that big half mile?
Yeah, not a lot of tires. Long race, obviously. A little bit of strategy involved. Not too big of strategy. There was just really 2 calls. You could have either stayed out super late for those 2 right side tires, or you could have pitted on my strategy, and some of those other guys were on the same strategy as us. So we decided to pit early. We knew it was kind of a track position race. Halfway through that, there was not a lot of passing. I was quicker than some guys, would catch them, and then it would stall out as soon as I caught them. So I knew right away that we needed to get track position and race for the lead, and decided to flip that. A lot of the leaders stayed out, wanted tires late, and we decided to flip it, and it worked out. Worked out for a lot of us. A lot of up front runners chose kind of the same strategy, and it worked. It seemed like tires were a big difference for the first 15, 20 laps, and then they maintained and leveled out pretty quickly.
For our viewers here in the Bullring that just may have got their first glimpse of Wisconsin International Raceway in Kaukauna, it's a different animal. When you say getting to someone, there was passing, but it took like 4, 5, 6 laps. That's kind of traditional for you, but take us through what that track does to you, like mentally and physically over 250 laps.
Yeah, it's a different racetrack for sure. I mean, it's rough, and it's long, and it's a hot race. It's in the middle of summer. You don't get a lot of tires to play with, so you just gotta, be easy on your equipment and, just put yourself in a good position. Those races are so hard to win because they're so long, and so many different things happen. Different restarts happen. We battled through restarts at the end of that race, and so just to finally pick off that win means a lot. Kaukana's been one of my favorite racetracks, around the Midwest, and we've had such really good race cars there through the past few years and been up front, and to finally pick it off and check the box feels really good.
You've proven yourself as a champion of the Cars Pro Late Model Stock Tour. You've proven yourself in the ARCA Menard Series East, finishing second in points there. And now you move back to Wisconsin to concentrate on getting these opportunities, including a Midwestern-based NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series team in ThorSport Racing. You're off to Richmond this weekend for your 11th start of this season. Man, it seems like everything has to be perfect almost all the time, right? After that huge up of Michigan, there's been some downs, but man, Richmond's another short track, and hopefully you get another crack at a victory here, and now in the Truck Series.
Yeah, that's right. It doesn't take long for a truck race to go by, so it is. You get a couple pit stops to go through it, but racing wise, it's like first stage is right away, and second stage is a little longer. But man, the races are very quick, and you got multiple pit stops involved, and a little bit of strategy. Obviously, need clean air as well, so all those things, come into play. Michigan, 2 races ago for us, ended on a high note. We got a pole, finished third, and that was really good for us. So we needed that run as a whole team, and IRP, same type deal. We had a fast race truck. Felt like we needed a late caution that late portion of the race to kind of catch us back up. We were on a little bit different strategy than most. Didn't end up going our way, and we finished 12th. So look forward to Richmond. New place for me, new opportunity, and another really good racetrack for ThorSport Racing. So I'm excited to go in there and go to another short track right up my alley.
Yeah, I was going to get to that, but it's a track you've not been to before. What have you done in preparation now that you're in the shop this week in Ohio prior to heading to Virginia here shortly?
Yeah, we did multiple hours of sim work earlier this week, and so I was in North Carolina for that.
Oh, okay.
And then been at the shop the entire week. Preparation for that, prepping my guys, and spending time with those guys, and tons of video work, just because it's a different place, and pit road's a little bit different there. So that's kind of the main objective, is to hopefully master pit road and not make any mistakes Friday night, and have a good race truck. That's the main thing.
What is the schedule remaining for you when it comes to NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series? We'll get to your short track return here in a minute.
Yeah, it is. It's up for debate a little bit. I think there's one or two left on the schedule. But as the weeks go, you just never know what is to come. So I'm focused on this week and focused on Richmond and just going to perform there. And if it goes to plan, more opportunities will come. And if it doesn't, we'll keep working at it and hopefully get a few more.
You've got a marketing partner in Soda Sense, a Wisconsin-based company that was really active at Wisconsin International Raceway. Your mom was out there, Greg was out there, making sure people knew what Soda Sense was. It's also on your NASCAR Craftsman truck, as well as your teammate, Ty Majeski, another Wisconsin truck racer. And he was also racing Tuesday night. What's that been like, working with Soda Sense and getting these opportunities to race at a high level?
Yeah, they've been an amazing partner for Ty and I, and you just can't ask for a better group of people. There's such a family group at Soda Sense that just make it worthwhile. That when they come to the truck races, it means a lot for them to be there, but not only for us to support their company. We go out and race with those guys every week, and so to have those guys behind us is a huge help. They're great partners with Thorsport Racing, and just even better friends off the racetrack is where we spend a lot of time together and talk a lot. And so it's nice when you have a small group like that, that you can separate racing and then off weekends as well. So, appreciate everything Soda Sense has done for us. They've been a great partner to us and on the short track side. They've been with me on the short track side for a while too. So it's an amazing partnership.
And I have to admit, I've seen you race for a long time, since probably your Midwest Truck Series days, and making the most of every opportunity. That number 4 in the door, it's been there for a long time. The opportunities are coming for you. When it comes to short track racing, we mentioned the big signature win this past Tuesday in Wisconsin. What's left on the 2025 calendar? You going back to the Snowball Derby or the Oktoberfest race in October? What's the thoughts there?
Yeah, we always debate about lacrosse, Oktoberfest. It's a fun weekend, so it's hard to miss that, and it's a big race as well. So it's very hard to miss that weekend. But we're still deciding on that. Hopefully, Snowball Derby is a little bit different deal because it's a very expensive weekend. So we usually decide a little later on. But we're hoping to make it back there. That's another great racetrack, another great week. Pensacola, Five Flags. They do a great job, hosting that weekend. So I love being down there. What else is on the schedule? Bill Bigley race. That's another great one. Few up here in the Midwest, though. We have the Live for 5 series to finish off. I think there's 2 more for that. That's kind of the prioritization for the next few races up there, is to hopefully seal the deal on the championship. We've ran 2 of them so far. We've won 1 and finished 3rd. So we've had good runs there. It's a good racetrack for us. And we look forward to hopefully having 2 more wins there.
Just the 5-race series at Dallas Raceway Park, a new NASCAR Advanced Auto Parts weekly track in 2025. But Jerry Ivey and the gang, they do it right. It's $5,000 to win. There's some really serious competition. And I'm guessing that gets you all tuned up for when you get a chance to race in NASCAR, when you get a chance to race in the ASA Midwest Tour against guys like Casey Johnson and that we mentioned about Majeski. Those are both recent champions in this series. And I'm thinking those opportunities are going to come. And I really hope the best for you. I also know that it's so important for you to continue that family championship legacy. You've won track championships. Your dad's a world snowmobile champion, and he's still weighing part of your deal. It's kind of neat to see that family operation. You can prove that you don't have to be a millionaire to race and win big races.
Yeah, that's part of why I love doing it, is because I've always had those guys behind me, whether it's my cousin or my uncle or my grandpa, my dad, family, friends. It's just a big family. It feels like going to the racetrack every week with those guys. So, and they go to a lot of truck races as well too. So that's what's really cool about it, is they spend my truck weekends with me usually, and then we also go racing on the late model side together. So we've won a lot of races together, and we're hoping to just keep doing the same. Keep upgrading our program and making it better. And we've had a good year. We've had 2 wins, obviously a big one Tuesday night, so that one helped a lot. But just hopefully keep plugging away, get some more wins later on the season, and keep making it up the ladder.
Luke, where can fans follow along this journey of Luke Fenhaus perhaps getting a full-time ride, hopefully real soon, in the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series?
Yeah, anywhere on social media, Luke Fenhaus Racing, websites, Luke Fenhaus Racing. So check it out. New merch will be available here real shortly, and get some of that stuff. But yeah, it's been a good year, so hopefully we can keep it rolling.
It was a hot night Tuesday night. Your mom was pushing hoodies out the souvenir stand. I'm like, hey, Lori, I don't think anyone's going to buy a hoodie tonight, but you never know. Come Oktoberfest, when there's a lot of going on, it's going to be fun. It's great to see a part of the short track scene in Wisconsin. Great to see the success you've had. And, man, we can't help but root you on. A short track guy racing at Richmond in the Truck Series for the first time this Friday night. Luke, thanks for your time here on the Bullring.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, guys.
It's time on the Bullring to go around the horn, highlighting race winners from across America, starting in Maine with the past modified finish at Oxford Plains Speedway.
A shot from Sanborn. Billy Penfold slow on the inside. Leader's gonna skate by. Here they come. One more time around. Bowie, Varney, Matty Sanborn to decide it. Bowie leads to the backstretch. Matty Sanborn trying to find the hole down low. Gives him a bump. Crossed up. Here they come to the line. Who's it gonna be? Bowie hangs on to it. Sanborn by inches, I believe, in second, then Varney, Harrison, and Maycomber.
We'll be right back with more of the Bullring presented by Turn 1 High Performance Steering.
The ARCA Menard Series is back at Madison International Speedway for the Badger 200, Friday night, August 22nd. See the Madison late models at 6. Meet the stars during autographs at 7. Then it's the green flag for 200 laps of ARCA Menard Series action at 8 p.m. Save big money at Menards on discounted ARCA tickets. Or for more info and to purchase online, visit misracing.com. Friday, August 22nd, the Badger 200, only at Madison International Speedway.
Fire Suppression Solutions, proud sponsor of the ASA Stars National Tour.
Looking to start a new career path in motorsports or searching for something new in your racing journey? Racer Jobs is your destination for providing the most current job openings from top racing teams, manufacturers, sanctioning bodies, and suppliers. Whether you're a budding race engineer, a seasoned mechanic, or a marketing ace, we consistently refresh our listings with new roles that could meet your ambitions. Looking for a great candidate as an employer? Then tap into our Racer Jobs audience and database to find that perfect candidate. Go to racerjobs.com today.
Why not give your grill the deep clean it deserves? The CitruSafe Grill Cleaner Complete Bucket Kit has everything you need to get your grill spotless, inside and out. Powered by natural citrus, CitruSafe cuts through the toughest grease and grime safely and easily. No harsh chemicals, no hassle. Recipes taste better on a clean grill.
Welcome back to the Bullring. Time to get out the scratch pad and hit the pause button. There's some upcoming races we want to make sure you are either at or you can watch on Track TV and Racing America. Here's some upcoming short track races to take note of and hope to see you there. There's a lot of short track racing upcoming. You can catch it all on Track TV and Racing America, your home for some really cool short track racing. I want to thank our guests for joining us here on this edition of the program. Thanks to Luke Fenhaus, the big winner of the ASA Midwest Tour race. Also Anthony Bello, the big Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway winner. And Rex Wheeler, what a great season he's had, and it's going to be a bigger one. We're heading there Wednesday, August 20th, for the Michigan 300 Appalachian Sucker Punch ASA Stars National Tour. Hope to see you there or at a Bullring real soon. I'm Jim Tretow. Thanks for joining us. We'll catch you next time. The Bullring's produced and hosted by Jim Tretow. Producer Kurt Schrader. Video editor Vincent Villarreal. Special thanks Bob Sargent and Marty Mello Track Enterprises. Colin Smith with Racing America and Tony Stevens. The Bullring is an exclusive presentation produced by Track Enterprises in conjunction with Racing America.